I will say it's a little paradoxical because there are so few of us that the story of the Jewish Messianic and what we follow is very personal for each of us. Because you have a few types of Messianic Jews. You have the Messianic Jews that were born Jewish and they were born here and they follow like a Jewish culture and that's their upbringing. You have the guys that were born outside Jewish and they came make Aliyah and also follow kind of like a culture, Jewish culture. Then you have guys that were born outside and they were Jewish only by their father or only by name, or they didn't have any Jewish upbringing. They were actually raised as Christians. So when you come here to Israel, and we live in kind of like a weird situation, the Messianic Jews, because we are not Jewish by religion. We are kind of secular. Most of us are secular in a Jewish kind of way, but we have a Christian faith. And so we move in those two worlds, and sometimes it can be very difficult and very confusing, and I think we still are galvanizing our identity till this day. Again, because there are so few of us, it's still so personal, and so everyone has their own story, and yeah. But I will say, eventually, I think we will get to what I will call an Israeli Messianic faith. Because when you come here and you go to the army, all of your upbringing kind of like gets erased, at least in my case. I came here when I was 10 and I can barely remember anything from before I was 10. I don't know if like that's a way of coping, leaving your country and coming here. I don't know what it is, but kind of like my life started when I was 10. So when I came here, we started actually having a Jewish culture. We were very strong in that. But again, that's my case. So I don't, and I know another case is let's say Keir Pinto. He's a born Jewish Israeli Tzabar guy. There are not too many of those. So that's a different story, but we kind of like are coming to the same place from all of these type of different ways and paths. We come into an Israeli identity, and I think that should be eventually the goal, the Israeli identity, loving this country, having been serving in the army, and but also believing in Yeshua, and try to, how do I say this? Try to de-Americanize our faith, which we are very grateful because it's a very important influence, but for here, it will not work. We need something from here, that it's Israeli, that it's from people that can talk to the Israelis on how they know, but also have the ability to talk to people from outside. So that's a very rare combination, and I think the people that will lead that in the next, I don't know, 20, 30 years, really need to embrace that. And so